God, thank you. I'm right with you guys. I just need to send out the link to the community. Hello, hello. We need later stream. What? What do you mean later? I don't got time later. Okay, guys, we're starting off with I was pissed because I couldn't start my live stream. I tried like 15 million times, but now it's working, so should not be angry. Okay, let's see. Starting off with Bitcoin. And glad we have a woman doing TA. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, we just might have the... Let's see how it looks. We're looking at Bitcoin. We're inside of the Fibonacci levels, 1561%. Hi and all, okay, sound. What do you mean sound? Sound correct? Is everything good? Hello, Pamela. Is everything good? Do you hear me good? Do you see me? Is the music Is the music too high? Is it good? Not? Tell me right away. And don't tell me just Natalie, I cannot hear you. Me too. I'm in before this Thursday posting then turn up. What? In before this posting. Hi Natalie, I watched your stream for the first time last night and I loved it. I have thank you so much. Okay, good. Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much for loving the stream. I'm glad that you did. I'm very happy that you did. The sound is good. The music is low enough, and you look. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Pamela. Okay, let's see where I know and is live too. But we're starting off with Bitcoin as usual. It's the biggest pair that I'm looking at and the only pair that I actually trade when it comes to cryptocurrencies. I love to look at other pairs, but you know, I'm staying true to one cryptocurrency. It's easier that way for me. But I hope everyone's good. Okay, looking at the daily, we have just been being bearish today. On the 4 hour, we had this previous high right here at 63,700. We came back down and we did actually retest it. Oh yeah, we did go through this yesterday, but we did come back down to the Fibonacci levels around 62,000 and 61,500. So this is pretty good. It's pretty good looking at the lower time frames. This is how it looks. So what we could do right now, we're taking a new Fibonacci from the lowest point at 61,900 to the highest point at 62,500. And I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna have an alert if the market comes to 61% of the Fibonacci that I'm having on the 15 minutes chart. So when we're going through the other pairs, if Bitcoin comes to that area, it will give me a notification, and after that we'll take a look at what's happening on Bitcoin. We can just take some of these away. I can also take away that one. Too many things on the chart will only confuse me. I don't like it. Hello Valeria, how are you? Let's see. Okay, we're just waiting for the market because right now we are inside the 1561%. Even if we're having huge momentum to the downside on the higher time frames, just remember that we're having the pullback. You can look at, oh yeah, I do believe, but it's 7 hours left on this 12-hour candle. We have such a huge, yeah, well, depends on what's happening on the lower time frames, but I'm very, very careful right now because we do have this huge bearish candlestick on every time frame. If we're going even to the 1 hour, we do have these. So we potentially, depending on how it looks on the lower time frames, and if we're coming back down to the 61%, I also want to try to because so there's no point trading them in my opinion. Yeah, Liam, I agree. So depending on how the candlesticks on the 15-minute chart is looking combined with the higher time frames, you know, we do have starting to have a doji right here. We're just going back in time to see where we can retest. Yeah, okay, so we're having, so we just might come up one more time, retest it, and then we're continuing back down. Yeah. I'm very skeptical on, just because we're in the Fibonacci retracement level right now on Bitcoin. Doesn't have to be. I do believe the thing that can happen is that definitely we're not supposed to just spike to the upside right away. So we just might come back down a little bit and just consolidate for a while inside of the Fibonacci. Looking at the lower time frames, we'll see it more clear on what's actually happening. So we just might go back and forth in between these levels, in between 62,000 and 61,600 or 500. We look very bearish right now, so just chilling before it shows us what can happen. Revant wanted me to look at XRP. Absolutely, we're looking at XRP, and we've been having, I did have the drawings, but I guess I took it away. Always using the Fibonacci level. So the people that's new on my channel right now looking at this live stream, I always use Fibonacci. So you'll hear me say Fibonacci like 99% of the time, but it's very good. Also, I mean, the market is just moving sideways. It's really boring. We did try to break it. We do have a fake out right now. Market comes inside of the range one more time. We can take this, and we're taking like something like that. The support doesn't matter right now because we're way just too far from the support, but the market has been going sideways in between 1.06 and 1.17. So just consolidating. We tried to break to the upside. We cannot do that. We're having the fake out. So what usually happens is that market comes back down, comes back up, and retests the previous resistance, and then we're coming back down to the support one more time. So yeah, I would not go into a long position right now, and we can already see on the 1 hour chart that we do have this retest of the previous resistance, turning it to a resistance again. So market could definitely come back down. If we're looking at the higher time frames, and we're trying to use the Fibonacci one more time, looking at maybe the 7 hour chart, still the same. Taking the fib one more time from the lowest point to the highest point, and we're going back down to the lower time frames again. So looks like we have already been retesting the resistance once. The target for us to see the market coming back down to is 1.14 and 1.12. Market could go sideways, or we can just break it to the downside. But this is definitely where I see the market can first of all reverse to, and after that, if it's breaking it, we're just looking at other time frames. But this is what I see right now. We're having a huge bearish candlestick. We're filling the wick that we're having, coming back down. At that point, we're also retesting this previous resistance that we're having around 1.12. So just waiting for XRP to finish the pullback. Can you check OGN, of course. Is it USDT? Because this is OGN USDT. I guess it's USDT. I mean, it looks the same though. Okay, it's the same here. So we're having the pullback. So we've had huge momentum to the upside. So what the market needs to do right now, we do need to come back down for the pullback. So no one should stress or freak out. We had the high right here. Hello, Mark. How are you? And market did actually had the fake out, came back down and retested it as a new resistance. You could see that right here. So market didn't have the power to break it. It came back down and retested it as a new resistance. Oops. Came back up resistance, and now we're heading back down. And the target, as I see right now, is definitely, first of all, 0.9357. Also a previous resistance, can go back in time, and that is also a previous support. So we're having the pullback right now. I'm good, Mark, I'm good. I tried to fix my live stream like 400 billion of times. It pissed me off. I had to do it several times. There was something wrong with my stream, I don't know why. God damn it! Things like that annoys me. I don't have patience for that, but I really tried. But we are here right now, and we're 39 people, and that is really good. Dash and sec, my mom. Wait, what is your take on Syrian SRM? Okay, so on OGN, we're going back down to. We need to break this lower low also. So if we see the market doing something like this, it breaks 1.03, comes back down. When we're coming to 1561% of Fibonacci, we just might see the market consolidate, and then you see the market coming up. I was first in the earlier than stop. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. NC. I don't know why. I just said it was offline. I don't know why. Okay, someone wanted me to look at. Someone wanted me to look at USDT, CEC. Is that easy? No. What happened? Okay, so we are looking at Zeta EC, and it's the same thing right now. We're having a pullback. We did have trouble breaking this high at 173.980. I love you like people love me. I am, after all, Mr. Bitcoin. Same thing, guys. You can see the fake out. You had the fake out. You had the breakout. The market closing inside of the resistance. You had the retest. Market comes back down. We are right now inside the Fibonacci level that I took before. Was it on the daily chart? I think I took it. And we are having the market trying to break. We are right now at the 61%. We're also trying to break 163.159. Looking at the lower time frame, so this could also be the fake out that we're having. Looking at the 2-hour chart, it looks better. So this could be, if we're looking at how it looks on the 61%, this could be the fake out to the downside. So we just might have the market break, comes back up inside again, retest, and then you see the market going to the upside. But we definitely have to see the market not closing below 161.476. Am I just that happy these past few days, Mark? Mark, I'm happy that you're happy. So happy about that. Okay, so we're looking at the lower time frames. As long as we're not breaking 162.948 or 161.456, the market can come back down. We're taking a Fibonacci from the lowest point at 161.456 to the highest point, and that is 165.408. So what could happen is that the market comes back down to the 15 minutes Fibonacci first of all, and then you see market comes back down. But remember, as long as we're not breaking this low that we're having, in that case, we will create a new lower low, and the market just might continue back down. Could feel this week that we're having, but we definitely have to see. Just so as long as we're not breaking the lowest low. Hello, Natalie. Hello, friends. Hello. Romanian. I'm not from Romania. I'm Swedish and I'm Finnish. I'm no Romanian, girl. I'm not. Looking at Solana. We're looking at the 12. Hi, Nat. What's up? Good to see you here after so long. Hello, KK. How are you? Okay, we're looking at the weekly. We're having huge momentum. 2 weeks in a row. No, 3. Oh, yeah, we had a doji right there. But we did break this support. Okay, yesterday we did break 213, 212. We are right now having a doji during the day. So it kind of looks healthy as usual. And we're taking a Fibonacci from 212.96 to 232.80, and we're also having a evening start right here. You have 1, 2, 3, or you can use this one. You have the bullish candlestick to upside. You had 2 dojis and a bearish candlestick breaking after this doji is bigger than the doji. Market comes back down. So we are having the pullback. Looking at the daily also, if we're closing like a doji, it could definitely come back down, but don't have to. But we can come back down 214.02 or 210. And the 2 legs that we need, I don't want one leg, I want the second leg, and because I want to see if we break or if we're still closing above the first leg that we're having. So it should look something like this. So we have the market create the first leg, market comes up, comes back down again. You see the market doesn't have the power to break this first leg, market comes back up. So those are the confirmations to see around the Fibonacci that we're having, but just let the market do what it's supposed to do right now. You're having big bearish candlestick right now to the downside on the 4-hour chart, but we do also have some dojis right here. So what potentially could happen is going back in time and see. We maybe don't have anything else to see. Look at. We're looking at the. Nah. Okay, so. What could happen on the 15 minutes chart is the same thing. We just might see the market coming up and retest 2.5. Market comes back down. Solana and Ukraine together. Okay, so okay, someone or not someone. Mana. Looking at mana. What happened with the screen? Let's see what's happening right here. Okay, so market did. So this is how it's supposed to look. So when you're seeing the market, okay, let's just see what happened on the 8-hour chart maybe. And then we're going down to the 6-hour chart and we're having the market. I want to see how the market reacts to 3.26 because if we're looking at the daily, we have so many wicks to the upside. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this area right here, if we're just taking it down on the daily, so this level right here that we're having, it just might create the lower high. Even if we're having a huge bullish candlestick, the market just might come back down again, because if we're looking at the daily, you have the resistance right here. Taking that one away, we have the resistance and we're trying to break the daily resistance. Obviously, when we're going down to the lower time frames, you can see the candlesticks. We're having so many wicks right now, so it looks like we're having trouble breaking these areas. Hey Nat, must say you look lovely. Thank you so much, guys. How was your Halloween, Nat? It sucked. It was so boring. I was going to a event. One of my friends had an event, but it actually turned out me going home like 20 or 30 minutes after I came to the party. No, it's okay, it's okay. No, you're getting older, it's not funny anymore, so I was actually happy. I went home sleeping. So happy about that. Okay, guys, look at this. So I'm very careful with, so if we're going down to the 15 minutes on Mana USDT, we can see that we're having, if we're seeing the market continue back down, you just might see the breakout retest comes back down, because on the daily, I mean, we have so many wicks to the upside, so it just tells me we don't have the power right now. So for the market, where the market can come back down to, first of all, we need to look at the support right here at 2.64 thousand and see what it's gonna do up with that level. It can also come up to the resistance at 3.26 thousand. And after that, we just might see the market consolidate in between or come back up. But if we're breaking it with volume, comes back down, retest, you just might see the market go up again. But definitely, yeah. And on the 30 minutes chart, you have a huge doji. So market can just come back down, you know. And we can also do something like this, guys. So we're taking this low that we're having at 2.988. We're going down to the lower time frames, and we could also see the market coming back down and retest that level at 2.98,400, something like that. But this is disturbing me, or not disturbed, I mean, the market is doing its pullback. But I don't think the market will continue up right now. It just might come back down, because we've had so many, we've had such huge movements, and you know, Bitcoin is also going down. I'm winning with you. One advice, don't look at charts. We got inflation news as well. Most people trying to enter crypto to save some volume. This is no stop bullshitting anymore. Just don't forget to take some profs. Your English accent suddenly changed into British, then Russian, then pure US English. I know. It's so confusing listening to me, right? Yeah, going down on Bitcoin. I do believe we will come back down to at least 61,600. Yeah, we're going down. Hey Ned, I hope everyone is good. I hope everyone is very good today. So many people in here. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for being in here and listening to me. I'm very, very happy about that. And we're looking at Ethereum and see how Ethereum is working right now. We're going to the higher time frames. I'm sorry. That's Bitcoin. Nope, what's going on? Like this. We're taking these one away. It's the same thing, guys. We're just going down. We're having the pullback. We are, at least we're coming back down to, on Ethereum, 4,458. So we're gonna fill this wick that we're having. If we're doing that, we're also coming back down to this previous higher high at 4,452. And then we just might see what can happen if we're taking the Fibonacci as always from 4,320 to the highest point at 4,620. So for the market to come back down to that level, it's the 60 and 61% and 50%. Market can break it a little bit, but then we see the market continue up. Natalie, do you know the deep meanings of candlestick? Long candlesticks mean smart money. Goldman Sachs eye on Ethereum. They said 80k coming before the end of this year. Hit the like for Fable Natalie. Okay, well, something happened on Bitcoin. We're having movements. We're taking it on the higher time frames also. Oh, this is so perfect. Market came back up to a previous support, did the lower high, market comes back down. So we just might see, okay, so we're taking this alert to the low right here to see if we're gonna break that low too. Save, so if the market comes to that level, either it will start to respect or it comes back and comes back up, or we will break it and then continue to come back down to what level? What is? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we can come back down to 61,500. I was talking about that one before. So yeah, definitely could see market coming back down. Yeah. Okay, so I've been looking at Bitcoin for a while now, so let's jump that one and see what pairs you want me to look at. VET US, VET, USDT, it's the same thing here, guys. Market is just coming back down, but we just take everything away. We start from the beginning as always, just to make sure what's happening. We're taking fib from 0.91690 to 0.130545, and that is on the weekly. And we're looking at this high right here on the previous resistance around 13. I don't have my contacts at 13,628. All that hype for nothing. What do you mean? Wait till Wesley gets here. Wesley? Where is Wesley? Yeah, and we're breaking, so we did have a higher low right here if we're looking at the 4-hour chart, and we are breaking that level right now. We just might come back down as always. So market does the same thing over and over again. Come on guys, it's always breakout retest, breakout retest. It's the same thing all the time. We're having the pullback, so we are in the uptrend, but the market needs to correct itself. It needs to come back down. So there's no, you don't have to freak out. You don't have to do that. The market's just doing what it's supposed to do. It's breaking to the downside. So the biggest target we're having is down at 111,227. Can't come back down to that level because on the weekly, that is the Fibonacci level that we're having. So we did have a higher low. We just might come back down and create another higher low. This is the fake out that we did have. Market comes back, retest not 50% of it, but that is on the weekly. But if we're looking at the daily or the 4-hour, I'm sorry, taking another Fibonacci from 12,8446 to the highest point at 14,2078. We are inside the Fibonacci right now. But guys, remember, if we're breaking this low right here at 13,4027, market can continue back down, but it doesn't have to come back down to the Fibonacci level. Guys, remember, we always have new levels. So if we're breaking this support, we need to break this support and this support also. And if we're breaking these levels, we are continuing back down. But if we see the market having trouble breaking, remember guys, we always have to follow and see how candlestick is working. But first of all, I want to see how we're breaking this support at 13,4237. Nadal, can you look at? We're looking at Aeon. Aeon? So, first of all, we're starting off with looking where we are right now. So we did create a low right here at 1144. Market created a higher high because it did break this previous lower high that we did have. Comes back down, retest the weekly Fibonacci around 1579. Not Aeon, Alan Cook. So we can still use we can still use 17.0. I can still see the market coming back down to 17. Guys, what are you talking about? 1708. So that is a target for the market to come back down, because we're having trouble breaking this resistance right here. So if the market comes back down to that level, we just might have the pullback continuation to the upside. We're looking at, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going down on Bitcoin again, so how about USDT? Okay, so we're looking at AVAX on USD, and during the day we've been very, very bearish, bullish, sorry. Yeah. Good to confuse. Okay, so we did break this. We did have this head and shoulders right here. If we're looking at the daily, you have the left shoulder, you have the head, and you have the right shoulder, and you have the neckline around 69. And going down to the lower time frames, we did retest. We did retest it during the day. If we're going back down to the lower time frames, you could see the fake out. This is how it looks. So it looks like we are coming back down. We're retesting it, and then it looks like we're going back down again, but the market continues up. So what market can do right now, because we're having huge momentum, is that we can see market coming back down. If we're taking a Fibonacci on the 30 minutes chart, we can see market coming back down to 70.93. Because remember, guys, when the market is this high up, we don't buy the market. We're not selling the market, or I'm not doing that. Market could come back down to Fibonacci level 70.88, might break it, and then you see the market continue to the upside. If we're looking at the lower time frames, we're also retesting this high that we're having right now at 72 points. Oh, sorry. This low that we're or resistance that we're having at 72.61. So if we start to see the market breaking it like this, we're coming back down first of all to Fibonacci levels. But if we are still going to respect this level, we're just continuing to the upside. But we can look at this high that we're having around 73.76 right here. And we just might have trouble breaking that level. And after that, we're coming back down again. So we just have to wait and see. We just might, continue back up to 74.56. Taking these things away because it's getting so confusing with all of these drawings on. Yeah, and this is also a level we can retest, because this is the previous high that we're having, and this is where we are right now. You can just take it. Yeah, so it looks kind of good. We just might continue to the upside, so we don't always have. I'm out. Have a lovely night, guys. Goodbye, Mark. Thank you for being here. Nat, don't be nervous. What? I'm not nervous. For what? Yeah, we don't have to come back down so much because we're having huge momentum. So the market just might do a quick pullback, and then market spikes to the upside one more time. Looking at Luna. Hi Nat, do traders want the market to come down? I hear you saying market down most of the time, but almost never up. Okay, Tesfaye, so the reason why I'm talking about the market is going, we need the market to go down is because we are in an uptrend, so market is going up. But as a trader, when you're trading, this is not, if you're an investor, you want the market to go up all the time. But if you are a trader and you want to buy in a market that goes up, you want the market to come back down. You want the market to do the pullback. So I'm always talking about I want the market to come back down. It's because I want to have the lowest price as possible on a market that is in a uptrend. That is why I'm always talking about the market needs to come back down. Because as a trader, that's how you do it. If you're an investor, you don't want the market to come back down. Because you only earn money when the market is going up. So when the market pulls back, maybe back to where you bought the market, you're freaking out. So most of the times, you never hear a trader freak out when you see the market come back down, because we understand the market needs to do its pullback. And in a uptrend, if we are starting to buy the market right here, market comes down, guess what's happening? We are in drawdown. We're losing the money. We want the market to come back down for then buying at the lowest point, and then the market continues to the upside. And so we're trying to find the best price to buy the market. But if the market would be in a downtrend, so let's say that Bitcoin is going down, what we're waiting for is to see when the market goes up, because we want to sell at the highest price as possible. Because if we start to sell the market right here, market comes up, do its pullback, we're losing our money. It's just the same way, but the opposite. So that is why. So I am a trader. I'm a trader. So I don't care what happens to the market. I only follow the market. So huge difference between being a trader and an investor. Good thing to be both. I don't freak out. I'm a long-term investor. I know the long-term market goes up. Oh, yeah, well, that's good. That's really good. But we're looking at Luna. We didn't have this previous resistance at the daily. We break it, retested it. No, weekly. On the daily we did break out, retest it. And this is, guys, so remember what I was talking about. So when we want to buy the market, we never buy at the highest point. Like, never. And if you're doing that, you're gonna lose your money. So we are waiting for the pullback. Can come back down to 46. Combined with this previous high that we did have. So this is the previous higher low, higher high. We need to create a new higher low. So we're trying to figure out where the higher low can end. And it can come back down and retest this previous higher high as I was talking about. But the market could also come back down to this previous higher low around 43. As long as we're not breaking this support right here, we're still in a uptrend. So I would wait for the market to either come back down to 45.80. If we're breaking that level, I could see it come back down to 43.2. SLP? No. I also wish the market to come back down for traders like you so that you could entries. That's nice. So we're looking at SLP. Starting with the daily as always. Sheet, same thing, guys. So you had a fake out. Market comes back and retests the resistance one more time, comes back down. And we could come back down to, so the overall picture, what is this market? So the market is in a, so the market, this market is in a downtrend. So we're seeing huge movement to the downside. We had the, well, high, but we did have the lower high. We broke this because I don't have so much else to look at, but that was the low. So we just might come up to such an ugly chart. Okay, guys, just 1 second. We just might come up to, we just might come up to 0.758 to create the higher low. Lower high, I'm sorry, comes back down. So we just might retest 50% of this bearish candle that engulfed this bullish candle, and the 50% is 0.0759. I want Wesley's job to show up. So yeah, looking, okay, so we're having a support right here where we're having trouble breaking, and we did have, so this is what could happen, because right now I see the market coming up to Fibonacci level to create the lower high, because this market is actually in a downtrend. So right now we need the market to come up for us to be able to see the market then, or for us to have the best, for me to have the best sell opportunity, best price. So this is what happens right now. So we do have the fake out, so it just looks like we're coming back down, comes back up again. We just might come back and retest the support at 0.666. Comes back up. I teach you investing and you teach portray, I think, when you find how much money investors makes. I'm not saying I'm not an investor. I'm saying that trading is my first job. Comes back up, yeah. Ned, your Instagram is crazy. Oh, you found me on Instagram? Fuck! God damn it! I want to see how it looks on Bitcoin. On Bitcoin! So we almost came back down and retested. Let's see. On Bitcoin. Okay, so based on the Fibonacci that we're having on the higher time frames, Still want to see how this, so it's 2 hours and 40 minutes left of this candle that we're having on the 4-hour chart. If we're looking at the left side on my screen, I want to see how that ends, because if we're taking the Fibonacci from the highest point to the lowest point, from 63,236 to 61,874, we just might come to that level around 62,574, and then you see market continues back down. Because looking at the higher time frames, we do have a huge bearish candlestick, and this is the only thing that I'm looking at right now. Not the only thing, but this could just be the wick that we're having. So when this 4-hour candle is closing, this is just a wick, and you see the market having another bearish candlestick to the downside. So we're not supposed to get fooled right here, guys. And at that point, we're just copying and pasting that. Yeah, so it looks something like that. And we can just move this one. Yeah, okay, so we could come back down. Looking at the 15 minutes chart. So we can come back up and retest also this previous support at 62,777. Remember, guys, the market is in a small downtrend right now. So we did have the lower high, lower low, create another lower high until it comes back down again. And then inside of the Fibonacci one more time at the higher time frames. Because this bearish candlestick is very huge. Ethereum. Well, we're looking at Ethereum, but we could definitely look at it again. It's the same thing right here. So we're having the previous support. We just might retest it one more time, and then we're seeing the market coming back down. Because if we're taking a Fibonacci from the highest point at 4566 to the lowest point 4527, we are inside of this Fibonacci to the downside. We're breaking it, but I want to see how it's closing in 8 minutes. So that is on the 15. I just want to see how it closes. We could definitely just break it, and this could be this one away. So it could look something like this too. So remember, we're not gonna get stuck on just, okay, it's just a sell opportunity. Natalie's Instagram and YouTube are so dope. It's amazing how you become so serious when it comes to charting, trading, learning a lot from you. Thank you so much, KK. Yeah, you need to be serious. You need to be serious when it comes to your job. Yeah, okay, so this kind of looks good on Bitcoin too. We're looking at how I still want to see how the market reacts to this level. Yeah. Even if, just consider that we just might have the market coming up to 62,777. market could come back down, create the lower high. But we definitely have to wait and see. I mean, a lot of things, you know how market's moving, so you think the market goes down, and then from nowhere the market goes up, and you're like, God damn it, what's going on? That is why we're following it. It's just a pullback before moon, Filippo. Okay, we're 99 people, guys. Please go inside this on this live stream and like this video, guys. Please do me that favor. Thanks, not open long. No, just I would wait for the market and see how it reacts to this Fibonacci that we're having to the downside. And then we just might come back down a little bit more, because as I told you guys, we're having a huge bearish candlestick right here. This could just be the beginning of a wick that we're having. It's two hours left of this candle that we're having. This could just be a wick comes back down, but we have to wait and see. But looking at 62,790 is definitely something that I would do. This is Bitcoin that we're looking at. Dogecoin. I think I used to have it down here, maybe not. Okay, we're looking at Dogecoin. We are inside of what? Looking at the weekly. Okay, we're taking everything away right now. So last week we did have a huge wick. Taking another Fibonacci from 2373 23002. We are right now in Fibonacci 2680 and 2622. But if we're breaking this Fibonacci, we can come back down to 2342 and then see market goes up. Because we're having the market the same thing, we're having a huge bearish candlestick to the downside right now. It might go up, it might go down. That's my well, that's good for you. Well, good for you. Market goes up, down, and sideways, so we just have to figure out which on what direction we're going to. But we are inside of the Fibonacci, so in this level right here, in between 26 and 13 and 2688. Oh, hello, Holland. How are you? We just might see the market consolidate, and then we're seeing market breaking to the upside. If it's breaking to the downside, market could come back down to the Fibonacci that we're having on the daily. Because on the daily, we also have a huge... doesn't look that good. Not on the daily. And on the 4-hour chart, we do have... the market has just been going sideways with a lot of wicks. So it's pretty boring charts. Oh, Nicholas is here. We're having the pullback right now. So it can come back down to the levels that I was talking about. Hi Velation, how are you? I'm happy to see you too, Vitalion. How are you? When can we see you live trading? When I see an opportunity. Okay, we're taking everything away. So annoying having these things on the charts, starting over so we understand what's happening. We are having this high right here that we're having trouble breaking at 137. Market comes back down. Market just consolidates between these two levels around 114. We tried to break it, didn't have the power. I mean, we just might have the power to do it, but looks like we're coming back down. And we could right now retest this resistance, and then you see market comes back down again. So you have the fake out market. Looks like the market has the power to break to the upside. It doesn't have it, so it comes back inside of the resistance, turn it into a new resistance instead of a support. Market comes back down. So taking the fib from 121 to 146, going down to the lower time frame. So if we are breaking it, retest this one, we could definitely use these first as targets. Oops. To see if we're coming back down to 131.28. If we're breaking that level, we're also breaking this low right here. So we just might continuing a downtrend for a while. The pullback, looking at the supports at 115, and then you see the market just might continue to the upside. Betting against BTC or shorting is right now it's not smart. So we are inside of the Fibonacci right now, guys. So what could happen is that the market's creating that lower high around 62,700 and 600, and then comes back down again. But it can also just break to the upside. But if you're new on the stream, I'm looking at this previous bearish candlestick that we did have, the last 4-hour candlestick. It's 2 hours and 26 minutes left of this candlestick. So it could be the market coming up looking something like market could, if we're using this high, this is the previous higher high that we did have. So we just might have the fake out. Looks like we are heading back down, but what actually happens is that we are coming back up, retest the resistance the second time, and then you see market continues back up. Why don't you use channels to find support? I have support. I don't have to use channels for that. I'm using previous support and resistance zones, and I'm using the Fibonacci. That's how I use it. She doesn't use much of anything, grody fiat. You don't have to do that. You don't have to complicate the way you're trading. So that's how I'm trading. I'm not saying that you should do simplicity if it's everything. If it works, it works. Do you save a light for the candles? I'm not. It's the same thing on XRP. So we want to see how the market is reacting to this previous high that we're having around 1.17. And we just might have on the 4-hour chart, we just might have a bearish a wick, and then you see market comes back down again. If we're basing it on this bearish candlestick right here, taking a fib, and it's combined with this previous resistance that we do have. But if we're breaking the resistance and turn it into a new support, so we're starting to see the difference, the market in a different way at that point. Connection issues. Is there some issue with my live stream, guys? Okay, everything's good. So what could we look at right now? Can you look at XVG? Of course I can. XVG, USDT. Even SLP is so boring. You can look at SLP after this. Okay, looking at XVG USDT. I mean, well, we could look at this as a double bottom right here. We're having this support at the lowest support. So if we're seeing the market coming back down, we're looking at 01861. On the daily, we did have a downtrend here on the daily. So when we broke the downtrend, we broke it at 02365. We broke it, retested, and we just might come back down, but that is on the daily. But what we can do is that we're taking the Fibonacci from 02225 to the highest point at 02492. And that is combined with the support or resistance that I was talking about. Could come back down to that level because right now we're having the pullback. So just might wait to see the market coming back down, because the same thing on all the other pairs right now. We're having huge bearish candlestick to the downside. So it just might come back down, then starts to relax for a bit, consolidate, continuation. Why do you not post charts or possible entries in your Telegram, or are you not a trader? I don't know, Demi. You have to decide yourself when you're looking at me going through all of these. I'm giving you all the time. But you decide. Mark or Wesley, I don't know where the guys are. But hey, they have to take some time off too. Hey, are you and Andy planning to make a separate movie about what to do after the boost cycle? You sell off your profit, start to after your profits. Now, me and Andy, we have not talked about that movie. What's with the 80s porno music? They want to see how it looks on Bitcoin. Okay, so we're going to the day, looking at the lower time frames. I do not see charts in your Telegram, so no, because we're having live streams and we're having daily updates on YouTube, so you can just follow us here. We're giving you all the entries. We're giving you the spots all the time. Remember, I'm no financial advisor, so I'm not telling you what to do. I only tell you guys what I see. And if you do not agree with me, that's fine, because I only show you guys what I see on the markets. Remember, guys, we just might have the pullback right now on Bitcoin. So we just might not be ready to continue to the upside just yet. But the target that I'm having on Bitcoin is to see if it comes back down to Fibonacci 61,500. Comes back up. But we just have to wait and see how the market is reacting to 62,709 or 62,800. And right now we're retesting the 50% at 62,600, and usually the market we almost came to 61%. It's for people house do not see you on. Tim, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. I'm sorry. It's the same thing on XRP right now. So we just might have it. Market can do a couple of things, but two of the things that it's on XRP, sorry, either it will retest 1.18, comes back down to 1.12, and then you see the market continues up, or we are breaking this level, the resistance, and we are retesting it from 1.17. Continuation to the upside. We just have to wait and see, guys. Remember, you don't always have to trade. You don't always have to have an order active. You have to wait and see how the market is reacting. Patience is key. You get paid to be patient, guys. Remember that. Rather wait 30 minutes more than just jump into it because you're afraid to miss the trade. So looking at Ethereum, we're breaking the support, this support at 4,500. Market could come back down just as I had the drawings here. Continuation to the upside. So this could be the fake out that we're having if we're looking at the 2 hour. Yeah, so just looking at this, Looks like a fake out, so market could just continue to the upside after this move. It's 15 minutes left of this candlestick. If we're going down to the lower time frames, it's on the lower time frames we can see the retest continuation to the upside. Okay guys, I'm gonna end this live stream right now. It's not so much happening on the charts right now, but I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Please guys, go inside and like this video please, and subscribe to my channel if you want to have daily updates on cryptocurrencies or notification when I'm having my regular videos up. I'm gonna have a regular video up later tonight also, so if not, you can just go back and look at this live stream. But please guys, have a good day, trade with risk management. Have a good day. Remember guys, you don't always have to trade. Let the market do what it's supposed to do, and then you decide what to do. Okay guys, have a good night, have a good day wherever you are in the world, and we see each other in tomorrow's live stream and tomorrow's video. Toodles guys, have a good day. Bye bye.